Hey everybody, it's November 1st. I hope you liked my video yesterday. Just kind of starting to delve into things, which is explaining what I do and how I got here. Presently, I am in my first office I opened in Louisville, Kentucky with my business partner. It's a mental health care company, and we help individuals with mental illness and substance abuse issues. We have a couple, doctors, psychiatrists who do, psych meds and a medically assisted treatment program for individuals who've been addicted to illegal substances. And we have a pretty big case management program. We have maybe 12 people under us at this point, or working with us, I should say. And we're proud of how far we've come in a little over a year, turning an idea into a multi-million-dollar mental health organization. We've partnered with a lot of great people in town, and I think all of this has been possible due to a couple core things. And they might not be the things you would imagine, or they might be. And if so, this video is probably not for you. I hope you enjoy it either way. The things that really propelled us forward were love and wisdom. I went to business school briefly in my 15-year stint of higher education. And I think those skills are utilized to some degree, definitely, at least some accounting and marketing. However, the core of business seems to be relating to people and serving their needs. That can be community partners or your clientele directly. I've noticed that the more authentically yourself you can be, the more success tends to grow almost exponentially. There are a couple things that can hinder you, and they might not be the things you would imagine. And those are probably fear and doubt, not red tape, not competition, not internal conflicts in terms of your organization, more so your own personal interior conflicts. And there are a couple ways to look at this. On a cognitive level, you can think about your thoughts. We were talking about this in the last video. If you're hearing the thought, maybe you're having the thought too, but this is a didactic process, and you're unfolding your own future. So don't get stuck on having a thought and thinking it's the end-all be-all. This is a process that you're having in order for you to bloom into the best you can be. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing to watch happen. And you're watching it happen. So the you that was you is no longer going to be you. That's pretty cool. We are always changing. That is kind of scary, probably. I have 3 kids, and I notice every day they look different. They are acting differently. They are growing and becoming little people. My oldest is 10. We went trick-or-treating. He looks like he's 16 and way too old to do that, but he had a lot of fun. The leaves are changing. I'm a November baby. I'm reminded by the Talib Kweli lyric, act according to the season that you're born in, which I always think about this time of year. I feel like I'm in my element and am relishing in this cooler weather, sporting this new hoodie or whatever you call it I picked up yesterday. But what I really wanted to say is thank you for watching this and supporting me. I think my story is important for a few reasons. We help a lot of people, thousands of people a year. Some of that work is pro bono. And I like to think that we are here to do good. I would like to say that by doing good, good things will come to you. But I don't really feel like that's the point. There's this guy, his name is Leibniz. If you're into philosophy, you can read him. He had this best of all possible worlds theory. He also developed calculus independent of Isaac Newton. I recently read Candide by Voltaire, who has written a satirical piece poking fun at the work of Leibniz. But Leibniz is one of my favorite people for a few different reasons. He deals with theodicy, which is the problem of evil. And we might say, how is it a truly good universe, taking note of all of the pitfalls and evils and misfortunes you might witness? Well, if there is a creator, and I think there is, he would not be the one creating that level of injustice. Another individual, Hegel, would say that all things are happening as they should for the best possible outcome to invariably unfold in the future. So maybe we can't see the big picture all the time. I've noticed in my life that things only get better, and that has been predicated on faith and good acts. This past Sunday, my youngest was singing at church. She goes to preschool at a local Lutheran church. Martin Luther is an important historical figure. He had this notion of faith alone. Faith alone will redeem you. And I think what he has done was probably one of the more important schools of thought to date. However, I contend that faith alone doesn't do the job. I recently read most of the Brothers Karamazov, a very dense book, but it all kind of boils down to faith and doubt in that book. And I think you see in faith and doubt a sort of void, an emptiness which is filled with good acts. So, despite the fact that you might have things properly ordered in your head, if you can't do something with it, it's really never going to take flight. Yesterday, I was talking about Walker Percy, and I was unsure. I said his name was Percy Walker at one point because I couldn't think that the guy who was unpacking the philosophy of C.S. Peirce, his name would be, last name would also be Percy. Thought I had it confused. I went on this short explanation of Kerouacian first thought, best thought, second thought, better thought. But it makes me think of third thought is a reordering or a callback to the first thought. We have this, intuition, I guess is what it is. That's not, easily explained in scientific rhetoric. However, in philosophy and psychology, we have these moments of truth where we're connected to something bigger. I'd say more holy, but if that word triggers you, something better than you thought possible. I think we see this in our own relationships. Our kids bring out the best in us, even if that actual process is a struggle. All goodness, I think, is rooted in struggle, and that's why the study of the problem of evil or theodicy is an important inquiry. We really wouldn't know what's good if we hadn't experienced the contrary. So I hope you guys have a good day. Keep that in mind, that even your struggles are here to strengthen you and make you a stronger, better, and happier person living with meaning and doing great things. Have a great day.